Ever since I was a child, I have been absolutely obsessed with the Harry Potter franchise. Just the beautiful school and just the beautiful scenery in general. I literally own all of the books and have watched the movies over and over again about 5 times at this point. Anyways, my obsession with the Harry Potter franchise dragged me to a game that all of us Harry Potter nerds know about, and that is Hogwarts Legacy. This was a very fun and enjoyable platinum, however, there was that one occasional trophy that literally made me want to quit the game. Anyways, according to PSN Profiles' trophy guide of Hogwarts Legacy, it could take about 50 hours to unlock this platinum. I ended up getting it in 90 hours. Hey, I kept my PlayStation AFK sometimes on the menu. Sometimes! According to the save length though, it took me about 50 hours to unlock the trophy. So PSN Profiles' trophy guide was actually correct, so props to the people who made the guide. Stage 1 of unlocking this platinum trophy is to complete the story missions. This part is easy and only takes about 26.5 hours to complete. If you're wondering, by the way, I stream most of my platinum trophies on Twitch, so feel free to go check that out. Taking place decades before Harry Potter was even born, our newly created character is starting at Hogwarts as a 5th year. Things start off pretty hot when we are being escorted by our new friends Professor Fig and George Osric. George is in the possession of a mysterious artifact that contains a portkey inside of it, and then chaos broke loose. After escaping through the portkey and finding out that our character has a strange connection to some ancient form of magic, we were transported to Gringotts. It's here where we meet the main antagonist, Ranrock. After escaping his crazy ways of magic, we finally arrive in a forest just located outside of Hogwarts. Although we were quite late, we were still able to participate in the sorting hat ceremony, which leads us to our first trophy. Now it is time to participate in our first class, which was Defense Against the Dark Arts. This helps us land our next trophy. We are then sent to Hogsmeade to collect some supplies for the year to come. Here we get our wand, some ingredients to make potions, and some other wizard stuff that I completely forgot about. As soon as we are planning to have a lovely butterbeer, we are interrupted by the unthinkable.
Excuse me. Bro. Get cooked. Oh, easy peasy.
When we get back to Hogwarts, we experience broom flight for the first time. At this point, I am completely enjoying myself. I'm also starting to regain my knowledge of the combat in the game and learn to use ancient magic for the first time. As the story progresses, we slowly learn more and more about this ancient magic and a goblin rebellion controlled by Ranrock himself. We find a book with a map inside that leads us to this chamber beneath Hogwarts. Here we find 4 portraits of these people called the Keepers. Because I love Harry so much, I chose to go with Gryffindor anyway, so I unlocked this trophy. Oh my god, new achievement! The Gryffindor in the graveyard. Find the map chamber as a Gryffindor. In the future, I am gonna have to come back to here 3 more times, but we'll get back to that later. These keepers have the same ability to use ancient magic that we do. This will help us gradually learn more about how to use it, but only if we complete 4 trials. 1 trial for Rackham, 1 for Charles Rookwood, 1 for Fitzgerald, and lastly, 1 for Sandbaker. Every time you complete a keeper trial, you get to view a pensive memory, which will reveal more and more information about the mystery of ancient magic and what Ranrock is planning to do with it. After completing all 4 trials, I unlocked a trophy. Oh look, view all pensive memories. Let's go, new trophy guys. And then after that, I had to do the typical final boss fight where our good friend dies and made me low-key emotional. Anyway, I unlocked the final story trophy. After defeating Ranrock, I was finally able to end my suffering of the story and just enjoy the map this game had to offer. Unfortunately, I was wrong. Hogwarts Legacy comes with a mind-boggling 603 collectibles scattered across its decent-sized map that are required to unlock this platinum trophy. This includes 10 tools, 69 enemies, 89 appearances, 150 Revelia pages, which were the most annoying things in the game, 13 beasts, 75 trials, 42 wand handles, 140 conjurations, 16 ingredients, 13 brooms, and 168 collection chests. This game goes from a childhood dream to a nightmare after the story. One thing I did throughout the story was not have access to the killing curse. Now this definitely made the final boss harder, especially since I had no heals. Anyway, the first thing I did after was finish Sebastian's relationship line. This of course helped us acquire the killing curse and help us deal through this platinum journey.
No?
There are 3 relationship line trophies, including Sebastian's, so I made sure to get them out of the way from the start, since they can be quite boring. First, I went to finish our little friend throughout the story's missions, Natse's relationship line, which for sure didn't go well for her. This obviously helped me land the trophy. And then I went to complete Poppy's relationship line. Now hear me out, it was so boring. Anyway, this actually ended up giving us 2 trophies. One is for saving the Phoenix in one of Poppy's missions, and obviously completing her relationship line.
God, Poppy, just finish! Jesus! Oh,
it is finished. Editor Dylan here, you actually get 3 trophies, and that is by saving a dragon. And there we go, we are finally done with most of the side missions. Yeah. I was wrong again. As I said before, there is many collectibles in the game, and one of them that is required to be able to get most of the rest of the collectibles is the demiguise statues. This is because if you collect all of them, you unlock the Alohomora spell. However, there are 3 versions of it, so you gotta collect them all if you want to be able to open all of the locked doors in the game. After about an hour of searching, I was finally able to unlock the next trophy.
Boom! Yes! Fuck yeah! Bloody hell.
Next thing I aimed to do was completing all battle arenas. These are just little arenas where a bunch of different enemies spawn in and attack you. There are multiple ways, and if you successfully do them, you obviously add to the progress of the trophy. Luckily, there are only 2 of these arenas across the game's map, so this really did not take long. One thing I did learn, however, is that I could easily unlock another trophy doing this. This is because of the enemies that do spawn in these arenas are trolls. Now, these trolls have a bunch of health and require multiple uses of ancient magic just to eliminate them. So I used my low IQ to spam attack them and get 100 combo on them.
Whoa. Oh, there we go.
After unlocking that trophy, I finished my final battle arena and unlocked the trophy for that.
Victory! And there we go. Another trophy. Here we go, we're flying through these now.
After completing the battle arenas, I also quickly learned that traveling in the game was quite challenging. So I came up with a smart idea and collected all of the Floo Flames. If you hadn't guessed already, Floo Flames are one of the many ways of traveling in this game. However, this is the quickest since you are just teleporting around the map. While doing this, I was able to also unlock another trophy where you just got to the top of the headmaster's office. Anyways, after arriving at my final one, I was able to finally unlock my next trophy.
Oh wait, there we go. 42%. Oh my god, here we go.
If you are someone that loves Assassin's Creed, you will know a lot about stealth. Now, this game's way of introducing stealth is by using the Petrificus Totalis spell when sneaking up behind someone. The game thought it was an amazing idea to make a trophy out of this where you have to do it 50 times on enemies. Now, this can be tricky to some as you really gotta be quiet as frick when sneaking behind someone, as these enemies have got the ears of literal Bigfoot. Anyway, after a boring heist to look for 50 enemies to kill, I finally got it.
Finally.
Now comes the real pain. The Merlin Trials. This took me so long to do. Merlin Trials are short puzzles located around Hogwarts Legacy's map. There are 95 of them. At first, I thought they were a tad bit annoying, but after a little bit, they got easy and repetitive. I quickly realized that they are pretty much the same 6 or so over and over again. Destroy pedestals, bring fireflies to a pedestal, destroy stone balls, and so on. Anyway, after many hours of grinding, I finally got to my final one.
Boom! Finally!
The next trophy was quite a simple one, but it required you to be level 34 to do. All you needed to do was attend the house cup and you could unlock the trophy. I was getting bored of the constant grinding towards these collectibles, so I left them to the side for a bit and ended up doing a little fun one.
Is there any cows? Tell me if you guys see any cows. Hello? Right, I'm sorry, cow. I've got to. Right, that's 2. That's 3. Boom!
Yeah, that was it. Next trophy was a bit unexpected, but all I needed to do was discover all 5 cairn dungeons that are dotted all over the map. It was unexpected since I didn't think I visited them all, but luckily I did. Another miscellaneous one, but all you needed to do was stun 10 different enemies with a mandrake. Then I went to the room of requirements and upgraded a piece of gear 3 times.
Yeah.
I grew every type of plant, brew every type of potion, and breeded every type of animal. Okay, now the fun is over. All I had left now was the worst trophies on the list. The first trophy I went for was definitely a tricky one. What I needed to do was complete all side missions. However, the game had to be annoying and make one of the final side missions require level 37. So you really needed to grind to get to that one. The side mission was just sitting there the entire game. There was nothing else to do except that. Anyway, after the hours of grinding just to get to that mission to be available to me, I finally got the trophy. The mission was pathetic, by the way. I literally had the requested item already, so... Next trophy I was definitely fearing for because all you gotta do is basically just use ancient magic on every type of enemy. However, there is about 34 required enemies to unlock to get the trophy. But, as I said before, there are 69 different enemies. It made no sense. I was really lucky that I didn't need to stress as I managed to get the trophy out of thin air.
Whoa. Let's go! Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I have been stuck on 33 out of 34 for ages. And now I have reached it.
Now, the suffering I have been waiting to express. The map chamber trophies. These trophies require you to go to the map chamber as every house in the game. I don't get the point of this, but the devs said that it was all so you could experience the full game. All for one side mission that's different in all of the houses. Absolute waste of time. This took me hours and hours of suffering to unlock. Anyway, I was finally able to unlock all of them. All there was left to do now was reach level 40, spend all talent points, and complete the collections. It was nice for the game to let you track what you have and have not, but the trophy on the other hand, they still need to fix that. Anyway, I spent a couple hours reaching level 40. All I needed to do was complete all of the dueling feats against a bunch of enemies, and I finally unlocked the level and trophy. Luckily, once you reach level 40, you can go spend the talent point you receive and easily get the next trophy. All happy. No! I was one of the unlucky ones that the collectible trophy was glitched for. I had my entire collection full on the game, but the trophy kept saying 601 out of 603. This shit was pissing me off as I had no clue what I was supposed to do. I literally went around everywhere checking that I got all the collectibles until I entered the Scrolls shop in Hogsmeade.
Guys, I was just buying stuff from this guy. I just got it. Oh my God. 100%. Any second now. We press B.
Yes. I did not buy the ingredients for items in the room of requirements. Anyway, after figuring out what I got wrong in the trophy, I was finally able to unlock the platinum trophy. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss another platinum video. Be ready, because the next one is possibly going to be the hardest one ever in this platinum journey.